Ever Afters. So I'm back with another reaction to a UNIS song. So one of y'all suggested I do Curious, which is I think their first comeback after debuting. So it's gonna be part of their second mini album, I believe, is the title track. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and watch. I don't know what to expect for this because I haven't heard it. So I'm assuming it's probably gonna be a little bit different from Superwoman, but we'll just go ahead and see. And I don't think they have subs because apparently FNF never does subs for some reason. Boring. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh. She just went. Oh! Okay, very much different from Superwoman. Hey! Oh, her makeup's pretty. The tiered, like, poofy skirts are cute. Okay, I believe this is Hyunju with the... Oh, I have heard this song before! This is very reminding me of, like, second, third gen K-pop girl groups. Hey! Okay, come on, Rotten Away fashion. Okay, that's So1, right? This is Kotoko, right? With the orangey hair? Her little longer hair. Ooh, they got caught. Hey, okay. The rocker part of the song is... Oh, there you go. That's helpful if I slow down. Are they building a rocket ship? Or a capsule? Oh.
And I will show the real to you ever after.
Oh, okay. The mention of the fandom. That's cute. They still like use very much cutesy things in like randomly throughout their songs, which makes sense because like they are on the younger side and they're like definitely showing off the girliness of it. But honestly, I don't know what the plot of it was. It just seemed like they're trapped in like the social media like internet space is what it seemed like, and I guess they were trying to break out from that mold. It's I think that's kind of like the ongoing theme for them, because with Superwoman is the same kind of message that they are trying to break out of the stereotyping of how a girl or a woman should be. Whereas here it's also kind of the same thing where they're trying to, obviously, since they are like an idol group, it's kind of, you know, a big deal for them because they're always on social media, like they have to have like a presence that way. But it's very much seeming that they're trying to break out of just kind of being like perceived as, you know, like an idol, like perfect, like just the one way you see it on like what's it called, on social media in general. So they're kind of breaking up that what's called that stereotype and that barrier between the idol image and being normal like teenage adult women. Because I think some of them are already like maybe one or two of them are like already adult and the rest of them are kind of younger. But okay, I definitely like that because it was very much, like I said, it reminds me second and third gen K-pop. I don't know what, there's a specific song that I feel like I've heard that has that same kind of like beat in it, but I can't think of it on the top of my tongue. But I know for Swishy, everyone was saying, like, y'all in the comments were letting me know that that a lot of people were saying that it does remind them, or that video reminds them very much of older K-pop because of what I had mentioned before as well, that the concept of it was very much giving Just Right by GOT7, and that it's them being kind of smaller side, like amongst all this like huge like everyday items, which I guess maybe they're kind of going back, trying to go back to that retro, not retro, I don't know why I even say retro because it's not really retro, but going back to that older sound, because it's kind of the same thing with I Hope, I feel like, too, because for the cutesy songs, like obviously that's always been a thing, but for Rendezvous, it was definitely giving like older type of K-pop, and I feel like a lot of people were also very much liking it because of that, especially with their one song Incomplete. That song really reminded me of like I mentioned, if you guys ever watch my I Hope content or any reactions, I did mention for the album reaction that Incomplete really reminds me of like second, third gen R&B K-pop vibes that we get for that type of era. Specifically, like one song that it was like Shiniwa. I said it was Perfect Man by Shiniwa. It reminded me of that a little bit, not a lot, but just like the vibe of it. I think it was just like the guitar part of it, the riff of it. But here, there's a beat. The beat of it reminds me of another song, and I just can't think of it because, like I said, I don't really go into or don't really stand a lot of girl groups. I did when I was first starting off, but I wasn't like super invested in them like I am with boy groups. So I would casually listen to discography, but I don't know. It kind of reminds me of something that either Kara or Tiara would do, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. I would have to go back and listen to some of their songs, but it just gives me off that kind of vibe. You know who those groups are, and it also kind of, I wouldn't say it gives me 21 vibes, because like their vibes are very much different and all over the place with their music. But there's just like a specific, the specific part of it that just really reminded me of it. I think it's like, yeah, this part. I think this is the pre-chorus or the chorus of it. But yeah, that part just really reminds me of that time of K-pop for sure. But I mean, it was interesting. Since there's no subs, I have to probably go and look the lyrics up and see what they're like talking about, because I only understand some words, not a lot of words, because of things I picked up from just listening to so many songs and watching a lot of K content in general. But that's the vibe that I got for sure of the storytelling aspect, if there even is one, because sometimes they just do whatever and there's not always necessarily a storytelling. But I feel like I feel like they would be one to have a story in it, just because how Superwoman was with that song, and how also, like I said, I Hope with their album also was kind of telling a story with their main title track. But like I said, I have to check out more songs to get more gist of it. But for sure, they definitely seem like they are very what's it called, versatile in the way that they don't stick to one genre, because if they started off this strong for like the beginning of their debut and first comeback, and then they went to like Swishy, which was like a lot more cutesy. They just kind of like can play whatever and it works out for them. But it makes sense, because obviously for the stronger concepts, you want to try to get people to like draw in and notice you, especially after coming from a survival show. You got to make like a big bang to get people to be like, oh, like more excited for the group in the future. If there's like people who hadn't watched the show and were like interested in like, oh, like what kind of style are they gonna do, and then they kind of use that to like lead way in to like do different other concepts that like for, in this case, the cutesy, which they can do because a lot of the members are younger, and it just works out because, you know, some people like the Y2K, like, kind of girly, kind of, like, vibe sometimes. But yeah, so I don't... What's it called? So like I said, I just have to check out more songs with it, but I don't know if I've heard it because I've seen Ahop do, like, a random dance play to this song, or if I've just heard it because of the things that were, like, popping up on my TikTok feed, because sometimes I kind of hear music from there. Sometimes, like I said, it comes up on my random suggested songs after I listen through a playlist. But I mean, I liked it. Like I said, it reminds me very much of, it just kind of nostalgic in that way that it reminds me so much of, I keep comparing it to back in the day of the girl groups when they first starting out. But if I figure out which song specifically it reminds me of, I'll just go ahead and usually just put it up in the editing. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I shall see you in the next one.